You are most welcome to our lesson 003 of our topic, Business Arithmetic. And before we dive into this video, let us have the preview of the previous lesson, that is lesson 002 of our topic. If you didn't watch, you can find it in the description below. You tap on it and watch. So in the previous lesson, that is lesson 002, we discussed about commission, and under this we got to know the definition of commission. We had various examples on how we calculate commission. We learned about how we calculate the percentage commission given the amount of commission and the unit cost or the cost of sales, rather the value of services. So now let us jump into today's video. But before that, if you are on this channel, Ready to Mathematics channel, kindly subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for more updates, and please watch this video up to the end. We are proceeding with our chapter 13, that is Business Arithmetic, and this is lesson 003 of our topic. And this presentation, we are going to learn about simple interest. So it is one of the important aspects when it comes to business. It involves banking. That's why you can say we have the bank, can have these people here, they are banking. Let us begin by talking about simple interest. In your own understanding, how do you understand by the term interest or simple interest? Have you ever heard it somewhere? If yes, what does it mean? So this is what we are saying, that if you borrow money, for example, from a financial institution like a bank, the bank charges of the use of its money. And you get this money in form of a loan. So you go in for a loan. And we are saying that this charge is now the one we call the interest. And you can see it is abbreviated by capital I as per this case. And we are saying that simple interest or interest is calculated always as a percentage. And this percentage is now called the rate, abbreviated as capital R. And still it depends on the length of time, which is always in years. And the time is abbreviated as T. And we are saying that this money that is borrowed or invested for is now the principal. That is why we say that interest is just a reward. It's a reward to a lender, you the money lender, and the amount of money borrowed or lent is referred to as the principal, which is abbreviated as capital P. So now, having known all about the simple interest, rather the interest, and putting in mind that when we are to calculate simple interest, we have to consider three things. One, that is the rate. Two, the time taken in years. Three, the principal, which is the same as the amount of money borrowed or lent. So now let us look at the formula that we use to calculate interest, rather simple interest. So in here is the formula. We are saying that simple interest equals to PTR. So simply this is principal multiplied by time multiplied by rate. Or somebody can say that simple interest equals to PTR divided by 100, which is the same as saying that simple interest equals to the principal multiplied by T, which is time, and then multiplied by R, the whole of it divided by 100. In this very topic, still we have to look at the amount, and we use the formula that amount equals to the principal, then plus the interest somebody has got or we calculate. That means for us to get the amount, we need to first calculate simple interest or interest. Thereafter, we add the principal, which is now either the borrowed money or lent money, to the interest we have calculated. So before we have the examples, let us have some important aspects to be noted down. Bullet number 1, we are saying that when rate is given as per year and time is in months, what we do, we first express the months as a fraction of the year. So simply in here, it's like we convert the months to be in years because the rate will have been given already in years. And this is done by simply getting the months given divided by 12. There we shall have changed the months to be as a fraction of the months in a year. Then bullet number 2, we are saying that when rate is given as per month and time is also in months, then we do not divide the months by 12. In other words, if both the rate and time are in the same unit, for example, in months, that's why we are having that the rate is given per month and also the time is in months. There we don't do anything. Simply we just plug into the formula of simple interest and calculate it. Then bullet number 3. We are saying that if rate is given in months and period is in years, then we change period to months by multiplying by 12. So the rate is given in months. That may be, for example, 20% per month as rate. And yet when it comes to period, the period is in years. So what we do, we convert from being years to months by multiplying by 12. Or if not, the other way around. That is by changing the rate from being per month to be per year or per annum. Simply the same by multiplying by 12. So alright, let us have examples. Example number 1. It reads, Kemati got a loan to expand his poultry project worth shillings 5,600,000 for 2 years. The loan attracts an interest rate of 5% per annum. Calculate the part A, simple interest that will be received by the bank. Then part B, total amount of money that will be paid by Kemati to the bank. So in here, let us have the solution to this question. First and foremost, as we read this question, we can realize that the principal is the 5,600,000. So this is what we are saying as a summary. The principal P equals to the 5,600,000. Then we can also look for the rate. The rate is the 5%. So this is 5% and this is per annum or per year. Then let us look for time. T equals to, they are talking of 2 years. So the time is given as 2 years. So now let us have part A by plugging in the formula that simple interest equals to the principal multiplied by time multiplied by R. But remember, our principal equals to the 5,600,000, whereas our time equals to the 2 years. Then our rate equals to the 5% per annum. So what does it mean? It implies that our simple interest is going to be equal to our principal, which is the 5,600,000 multiplied by the time, which is the 2 years, then multiplied by the rate, which is the 5%, the same as 5 divided by 100. So when I plug it in the calculator, I'm getting our simple interest being equal to the 5,600,000 multiplied by 2, then multiplied by 5. I first get the answer be 5 divided by 100. Then I just press the division symbol. That is now divided by 100. So I'm getting our result to be 560,000. So this is the 560,000. So this becomes our answer for part A. We can go ahead and conclude that therefore simple interest is shillings 560,000. This therefore becomes our answer for part A. We can now proceed to part B of our question, which requires us to calculate the total amount of money that will be paid by Kemati to the bank. So we are going to apply the formula that amount simply equals to the principal P plus our interest we have got. So our amount we can abbreviate as A simply equals to our principal, which is the 5,600,000, then plus our interest, which is the 560,000. I'm getting our amount to be equal to, I bring the calculator, I'm pressing the 5,600,000 plus 560,000. This gives the answer, the result to be 6,160,000. It is 6,160,000. So we can go ahead and conclude that therefore amount to be paid is shillings 6,160,000. This becomes our answer or correct result for part B of our question number 1. We can proceed to number 2 of the example. It reads, John deposited shillings 720,000 into a saving account that earns 0.08% per month. How much money will he have at the end of 4 months? we can have our solution. From the question here, we can now summarize that our principal P equals to the 720,000. Then our rate R equals to the 0.08% per month. We have to be conscious of this. This is per month here. Then our time T simply equals to, they are talking of 4 years. So this is 4 years. So we can see that the rate and time, they are not in the same unit. The rate is talking of per month, yet the time T is in years. So what we do, we change either the rate to be in years, that's number one, or we can change the time to be in months. This is what I mean. If we decide, for example, in method 1, to change the time to be in months, it implies that our time is simply going to be equal to the 4 multiplied by 12. So 4 multiplied by 12, this gives us 48 months. So having converted the time to be in months, we can now go ahead and calculate the simple interest by using our formula that simple interest simply equals to the principal multiplied by time multiplied by R. So our simple interest equals to the principal, which is the 720,000, multiplied by our time, which is now the 48 months, then multiplied by our rate, which is the 0.08%, the same as divided by 100. So our simple interest equals to, let me get a calculator. So it is equal to the 720,000 multiplied by 48, then multiplied by the 0.08. Let me first get the answer before I divide by 100, then divide by the 100. This is equal to the 27,648. This is 27,648. This is our simple interest, but remember the question is requiring us to calculate the amount. That means we need to proceed by calculating amount. That amount is simply equals to the principal plus the interest. So as we substitute in, we are getting our amount A equaling to our principal, which is the 720,000, plus our interest, which is the 27,648. When I grab the calculator, I'm pressing the 720,000 plus the 27,648. This is giving us the answer to be the 747,648. That amount equals to the 747,648. We can now go ahead and conclude that therefore shillings 747,648 will be paid at the end of 4 years. This becomes our correct answer. Or if not that, we can now have the method 2 from here. So the method 2, we are going to simply convert the rate from being per month to per year. So our rate is simply going to be equal to the 0.08 multiplied by 12. So we are getting our rate being equal to, let me grab a calculator, the 0.08 multiplied by 12. This is giving us the 24 divided by 25% per annum. We can now go ahead and substitute that. Therefore, simple interest simply equal to our principal, which is the 720,000 multiplied by our time, which is 4 years, then multiplied by our rate, which is the 24 divided by 25, but still divided by the 100. When I compute this, I'm getting the 27,648. So we can see that the answer is the same as this, the one we got in the first method. Let us have exercise. Exercise number 1, number 2, and number 3. So you work out these 3 questions and endeavor to drop your answers in the comment section. I'll supplement on them. And thanks for watching. If this video has been of value to you, kindly subscribe to the channel, AL Jaledi 2 Mathematics channel, for more videos of that kind. See you again. Goodbye.